Hi everyone, I want to talk a little bit today about changing careers. This is something you guys specifically requested. I'm going to talk a little bit about me, and then I'm going to talk about 5 ways that you can connect your old career to your new career in tech. So firstly, I'm an opera singer, or a former opera singer, who's transitioning into tech. I started coding when I was 8 years old. Well, I started learning HTML when I was 8 years old, made a few little websites for a few small businesses and everything at the age of 12. But you know, after a really long break, I did a little bit of HTML, CSS, did some digital marketing, but ended up going into opera and did that for 7 years. And I'm now transitioning into tech. And at first, I really wanted to hide my previous career. I thought, this has nothing to do with tech. No recruiter is going to see former opera singer and be like, oh, that sounds great for developing a JavaScript app, for example. So I decided, I'm probably just gonna have to wipe it off my resume. But then I really thought about it and I thought, no, hang on, there is actually quite a bit of crossover. So I'm going to talk about 5 ways that you can find crossover between your old job and your career in tech. So let's talk about them. The first one is the simplest and the most obvious. If you have used coding in any of your previous work, Python, Go, JavaScript, C++, whatever it is, HTML, CSS, anything, mention that first and foremost when you're listing the responsibilities of your previous job. This seems really obvious, but I think sometimes people think, oh no, it was just a little bit that I did here and there, so it doesn't matter. List it. Any little bit of programming that you did in your previous work could be relevant here. So that's the first one, hard skills. The second has to do with people skills. I like calling these people skills and not soft skills because soft makes it sound like they're easy, which they are not. People skills are really important. Things like teamwork, communication, giving presentations, public speaking. These are things that you don't necessarily immediately think of for developers, but something that is a real benefit for developers to have, especially if you want to move up into a senior position or into a project management position in the future. It's really something worth emphasizing how that came in to your previous role. The third one is something that I'm kind of stealing from Taylor Desane, who is a really great IT recruiter who you should really check out. And he talks about achievements. And achievements are something that are kind of universal. If you used to work at McDonald's and you sold the most burgers in January 2017, say that. Like, it might not have anything to do with programming or tech, but it shows initiative and it shows that you went out of your way to do something special for your customers or for your company. And these are the kinds of things that show motivation, show enthusiasm, and show drive. And those are really valuable no matter what the role is. The fourth thing that I'm going to say to highlight on your resume and to connect your old career to your new career is any connection to tech at all. Did you work with the IT department? Did you ask the website team to update something as part of your work? Did you need to craft some profiles for yourself and your teammates to go up on the website? Maybe you helped a workmate learn how to use LinkedIn or Twitter or something like that. Anything that shows that you're passionate and interested in tech generally will go some way to showing that, like, outside of the work environment, you're also just passionate about it, you're interested in it, yeah, and that's something that can really help connect you to people who are looking for new staff members. The last one is about attitude and habits. Now, attitude is quite obvious, it kind of ties in with people skills. Do you have the right attitude to kind of deal with criticism? Are you good at accepting feedback and not taking it personally? How did you do that in your last job? Are you good at problem solving? Yeah, maybe you are an artist and you were given a commission for something that was really hard to do and you came up with a novel solution for fixing it. That is something that is worth mentioning, right? But habits is even more important. And habits is about what do you do day to day to help you improve and to provide value for your company or for your potential employer. So this is one of the main ways that I drew a connection between opera and tech is through habits. I practiced every day, the basics, scales, yeah? These are things that are easy to do, but which help develop a foundation for mastery. And similarly in coding, practicing things like array methods is a great way to build a foundation for mastery. So that's one of the ways that I helped connect the things that I learnt doing opera to the tech industry and to programming generally. And that's more or less it. That's everything I have to say about these 5 ways to connect your old career to your new career. Do not wipe your resume clean. Be honest about who you are and what you did. If you have a big gap, people are going to ask about it anyway, so you might as well be upfront. And yeah, just try to connect it. Show your achievements, talk about how you're connected to technology, and really build on what you learned in your previous career and try to just form that connection to your new career. If you're interested in more of my story, I have 2 blog posts, one which is about my general life story and one which is about what I learned from opera, and that kind of goes into more details about the things I've spoken about here and how they apply to me. So I hope you found this useful, and I hope that your career change is successful. You got this. I know you can do it. Just stick with it and do your best and keep working hard. Consistency, consistency, consistency. You guys are great. See ya.